Use of models is necessary in education and many other life activities. Models help for people to better understand the abstract concepts and concepts that are too small or too large to be observed. The teachers in the state of Texas are expected to incorporate the use of models in their teaching according to the state standards in both math and science education. The cell is invisible to the naked eye or even someone viewing it with a magnifying lens. Many students will get to create a model of a cell in middle school science or in high school biology. This creation helps students learn about the structure and function of the organelles within the cell. Just imagine teaching students about the solar system. Pretend you're teaching to a classroom full of blind kids. You begin by describing the sun, the center of our universe. Next, you describe Mercury. You talk about how it's too hot there to maintain any type of life. You could describe the chemical composition of the atmosphere and talk about the size of the planet. Then you venture down the path to Venus. You begin with the temperature and the chemical composition. Next, you talk about Earth and our moon. Remember, these are blind students who can't see the models, and this is their first time hearing about the solar system. By the time you get to Jupiter, these students are lost. Models help students to adhere meaning to a variety of facts. Wow, think about our blind students. The models don't benefit them. Regrouping is a very difficult concept for students to master. Some students learn the rules, but they never truly understand why everything works the way it does. In doing a subtraction problem, the majority of the students do not understand why we always put a 1 in front of the number that is too small for subtracting. We must explain to them through the use of models about borrowing 10 from the preceding digit. Math students are responsible for being able to understand geometric shapes and how to mentally unfold these three-dimensional objects in order to answer a question about faces or bases on one of these figures. This visualization also aids students tremendously who might struggle in using vague formulas to solve for area or volume. Using the formula to calculate for the volume or the surface area of a triangular prism can be quite overwhelming to some students who struggle with math. If they can conceptualize the image, then the math can be done piece by piece in order to obtain the answer. Scientists have proposed this theory of what an atom looks like with electrons orbiting around the nucleus. The use of models is prevalent in designing buildings and schools. Architects have a mini model of their project before they start construction. This helps them to plan out any and all kinks and ideas and reassure themselves and city officials that all homes, land, and area will be appropriate for the space. Children learn about grown-up activities such as guns, cars, baking, three-wheelers and four-wheelers, Barbies, and many others. So the child steering the toy car helps him to develop the coordination skills, concept of driving that he will need later in life. Children learn about forces and physics with action, reaction, and speed by playing with the toys that have everything to do with the world around them. Models are such a vital part of children's education. This assignment has given me an opportunity to reflect on my attitude toward models. I realize that models are crucial to the learning and development of children. We can't refuse to teach models. I've always taught my students to solve the problem and then find the picture that matches the correct answer they had sought for, when in theory this isn't what models are all about.